All right, guys, down at the range today with the Rossi LWC or lightweight carbine. This features a 16.5-inch barrel. It's a brake barrel action design, and it's a single shot with a pick rail at the top and a threaded barrel. Now, something like this is pretty cool for a wide variety of reasons, and we are going to be talking about those. But before we do, I want to give a huge shout out to Shooters Express in Belmont, North Carolina for making this video possible. On top of that, pawn shop challenges are back, so definitely subscribe to the channel and check out those videos. But let's take a closer look at the specs and features of this rifle and do some shooting, especially when you hear the MSRP of right around $3. It makes for a very interesting rifle. Let's start at the stock and work our way to the rear. The stock itself is fairly comfortable, kind of has a built-in cheek riser, very ergonomic and nice texturing. It's got a cross-tang safety, and the brake barrel action is operated with this button. Once you load your round in, you simply cock back the hammer, pull the trigger to fire, and then break it back open. Now, this does not eject the shells, but it does extract enough to pull those out. At the top, you have a monolithic pick rail right there on the top of the receiver, bolted right into the barrel and receiver, so you know you're going to get good accuracy. I've added a little Sealy red dot, but you can put whatever optic you want depending on what you want. Now, the 16.5-inch barrel is pretty cool and nimble, and since this is a closed breech design with a threaded barrel, it makes an amazing suppressor host. Now, a closed breech design meaning when it fires, all of the gas comes out of the barrel, and since it's not semi-auto, there's no gas that escapes out the side, making these inherently quiet. Now, they're available in a wide variety of calibers, but this particular one is 357 and 38 special. They also have a 300 blackout, I believe 350 legend, and a few others, but the 357 38 is pretty cool because you can shoot suppressed 38 special, and it's like movie quiet, especially with this CMMG every can. This thing is a pretty awesome new can from their zeroed line. This is the 36 cal can, so it can handle the pressures of a 308 round, but it's got the bore diameter of a 9 mil, so that allows it to run on the 357 38 special. Full video in this coming soon. Now, if you're in a straight wall hunting cartridge only state and you want something to plink around with, this is a great option in 357 38 special. You can take deer or larger game with the 357 Magnum out of a 16.5-inch barrel. If you're about 100 yards and in, most likely 50 yards and in for some of those types of animals, but it also allows you to practice, shoot, and train and plink with 38 special at a very nice price point. If you were stretching out a little bit farther and wanting to take game at further distances, I would spring for something like the 300 blackout. The supersonic 300 blackout round is going to be capable well at 100 to 200 yards, and you still get the plinking capabilities and subsonic nature of the subsonic 300 blackout. So each one of these provides a really unique solution, although there seems to be no other closed breech firearm on the market with this smaller 16.5-inch barrel and threaded barrel for free 357 38. So if you're looking at like a lever gun 357 38 and just can't spring for that over $600 price point, this may be a great option, again, right at $3. But enough talking, let's take some more shots with this thing. So the first thing we're going to do is take some shots with 357 Magnum. I'm going to shoot into the dirt and into the steel. Again, very easy safety to actuate, really nice texturing on the hammer, which makes it easy to cock. And the springs on the hammer are not super heavy, so very simple to do, even if you have a little bit weaker fingers. Let's take some shots. So you definitely get the supersonic crack of the bullet on that 357, but it's hearing safe, especially because you don't have the pop of the action right next to your ear. Now let's fire at the steel. Thing works out pretty darn good. Now 357 again, I'm going to put you right at the muzzle. Now, 38 special is naturally subsonic, so this should be very quiet, especially with the CMMG zeroed can, the 36K variant. Super, super quiet. Now into the steel. You can hear how loud that steel actually is. One more time at the muzzle. In summary, if you're looking for a lightweight hunting rig, This is a great option, especially if you don't have a ton of money just burning a hole in your pocket. It's very affordable, very nimble, very handy, and very ergonomic. The brake barrel action is simple yet reliable, and the closed breech action makes it really quiet if you're hunting suppressed. Now, the awesome thing is, guys, January 1st, since that big, beautiful bill passed, however you feel about that particular bill, it did remove the tax stamps from suppressors. Unfortunately, it did not remove suppressors from the NFA, which I think it absolutely should have done, and hopefully that happens soon. But in the meantime, January 1st, a lot of guys are going to be getting into suppressors, and this is a great channel to subscribe to if you're new to suppressors. I've got videos detailing out full reviews, how to grab a suppressor in 2025, and different types of suppressors, and talk about all the mounting systems, so definitely don't miss that. Again, a huge shout out to Shooters Express in Belmont, North Carolina for helping me out with this video. Without their support, it wouldn't be possible to continue to produce all of these videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.